dear Discord members. Alright, it's time for a quick market analysis. I'll show you some stuff. Hopefully you find this video useful. Alright, here we are. We didn't get a deep pullback here. And as I said in my video, if it doesn't, we can get it next week. Now, this is ES continuous contracts, right? I would expect a small push higher, not this high. Yeah, it should be here. I would expect us to pop here, and then there's two things that can happen. We either hold this area here, which let me pull up SPX here, would be here in the 4,130 area. However, I would think for the biggest bear trap here that we sell off rapidly, just like we did when we touched the October trend line on Friday. We had a really rapid sell. I would think that we get a rapid sell. It needs to hold this area here. Where's SPY? Let's do the 1 hour. Remember on Friday we sold off and we got that double bottom on the 5-minute time frame here. Zooming in so you see we got this double bottom here. Then we went up, we retested the breakout area, see that area where the 9 crossed the 21, and then we flew into close. So I would think that we test this area on a bigger time frame. What I mean is we need, just like we got a double bottom on the 5-minute chart, we need a double bottom on the 1 hour chart. Okay? And that could lead to a false breakdown. See this small gap here? Here? If we can get this down to here, which is also the 200, I'm going all in on 420 calls for end of month, literally. But it doesn't have to sell all the way down there. That's pretty obvious. This can do fine, but I would what I'm gonna do, I'm swinging some calls, and obviously it can just straight go, but I'm gonna take profit here, and then I'm gonna wait. All right, we got plenty of stuff this week. Now, the Dixie had a huge day on Friday, but it's still on the 1 hour. It's under the 9. Okay, it's under the 9. It's above the downward trend line. And the MACD, yes, is curling, but it's not, I'm not like convinced here, but it can definitely pop. But as you see here, the yellow, even though it's curling up, it's starting to kind of form a curve down, aching to this type of situation here, right? Same with the wave trend. It's not looking very fast up, right? It's looking more like it's gonna do this type of thing. Bitcoin daily has a bunch of fair value gaps underneath. Can go higher. We'll keep monitoring. I mean, looks like it could dip and then rip. Kind of same thing going on with SPY, right? And here I like to also look at US 500 because it correlates with SPX as opposed to trying to figure out what the hell ES is doing. But it's kind of doing this. It could double top here and then do a head and shoulders and then take off, right? So, but obviously if you look at the time down here, these head and shoulders could be resolved already during Sunday. And then we go. So we'll see. So again, to wrap things up in this department, look for a small pop on Monday, possible sell-off that is loadable. Okay? the tick, this is very interesting. 4-hour tick is green and curling up. Okay. VIX, the lovely VIX, is at 17. 17. And I mean, half of Twitter were loading VIX calls up here at 19, saying, you know, every time it's this low, it's bounced. Okay, well, if you look and pull out, you can see that we got room all the way down to not only the 14 that I've mentioned, but down to 11. Will it happen? I don't know. Can it happen? Yes, anything can happen. Are we at the very bottom of the demand zone? Yes. But if you look here, we top ticked here at 38 or 39. So if you just look and go down and find your line, you're gonna find it here at 16. So I'm not saying that we're going 14, but 16 is definitely possible. So let's say we get our pullback early in the week, whether it's, you know, just on Monday, because I think the banks are gonna pop Tuesday, right? It could also be, you know, Tesla on Wednesday, whatever. We can even go back to the 20. Just like with any chart, you know, if it's the 5 minute or the 1 hour or the daily, we can get a back test of the 21 MA, and then we can just shoot through the support of the 9 and keep shooting down. So keep an eye on it. But obviously we've had tremendous VIX weakness as of late. All right, other stuff I always show you guys that I look at. And you can pause and you can screenshot this. Here is the NAMO. This is the NASDAQ, right? So look at this. It just crossed this blue line here, the green line. All right, and every time it's crossed the red, whether it's here or whether it's here, it always goes higher, or whether it's here, it always goes higher, right? So we're not overbought yet by any means. We can consolidate here, we can even chop up, or we can just shoot up. But here, if you look down here, it's retesting it. The momentum has fallen greatly. However, it can still shoot up on a day or two and crater, and this broader picture here will follow through. Another cool thing that I look at from a guy who's really good is this, right? So you see, every time we're in a range, you get 2 top ticks and 2 bottom ticks, and we've had that, and we're up here. So logic says we are going down, but you see this is pretty broad, and you don't even have May or June here. So again, what we're looking for is one of these small fake breakouts that's on every single one of these. Now we can go higher. I mean, look, the ultimate bear stew here is to go and retest these levels, the 430 ones, right? Completely possible in this environment. And I have something I found that supports this, which is this. Okay, look at it. 41 bars. I mentioned this in my video, and this is also confirmed by another thing I'm looking at. This is the bear market we've been in. But after this here, we didn't go down to here. We've done this instead. We ended on red, went down. Now we've gotten a green signal for the first time to the upside. And every time we've had it to the downside, we've gone up. And every time we've had a red signal to the upside, we've gone down. So now we have this, okay? this could mean that we pop a little, then go down all the way to 380, which would have, we would get our May dip that I've been talking about, our June dip, and then go higher, because July is very bullish. Okay, every year you get your May and you get your, you know. And another thing that there's many different S&P 500 seasonality charts. There's many, but let's just pull this one up, right? Because this is pretty broad. Oh, here, look at April. Obviously, this one shows May and June bullish. So, bad example. Hold on, let me go back. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Here's a good one. All right. Here. All right, this looks better. So we're possibly gonna do this here and then pull back and chop, and June always has its end of month dip, and then you can load and go on vacation, right? So we got that. Then to conclude, and one thing I wanted to show you guys, here, let me pull up this SPY chart here. All right, the indicator I want to show you guys is, well, there's two. Let me shut off all of these and clear up my chart. For you, I should have done this prior, bear with me, okay? All right, this is a free indicator. Okay, look at it, there's the screen, bam. Okay, that's on the daily. I don't use it really on the daily, but I use it on here. So I would think that, again, this one also shows the same thing, fair value gaps. Okay, can go down for a bounce. These are my settings. You can screenshot them, pause it. I've changed these here. Mostly I messed around with this section and this section. All right, it's very good when you trade. It gives you certain levels. So for instance here, 5-minute chart, I would think that we fill these, can go even higher and fill these all the way here, and then go fill these. Okay, so check that out. Another one that is really cool is this EMA, the 20 EMA. I kind of use it on bigger time frames. I used to trade with it, then I recently added it. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're good to go, coupled with volume. I don't know why the volume keeps jumping off of this crappy chart, but once you get above it and you get green volume, okay, you see here we got above, close the candle, volume's green on the hourly, you can just ride that. So for instance, this move you could have caught 409 all the way to 413. That's $4, right? So it's a pretty cool thing you can add to your chart if you want. Okay, I hope that covers it. And as far as big picture here, we're still on track, but it all depends upon how deep this next pullback is, and if it holds, and if it kind of does its weird inverted head and shoulders, and then we go. So keep an eye on a pullback, load that pullback. It can be a pretty steep stop loss, stop out all the longs, get all the bears excited, get them tweeting a bunch of shit, and then to absolutely kill them. Now, I know this video is long. All right, we got Bank of America. If we get the dip on Monday, I'm loading Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. If we get a dip on Lockheed Martin after open, I am hamming into that. Netflix is going to be a IV killer, guaranteed. So we can play that for direction afterwards on Wednesday. We got Morgan Stanley. We got Ali. Discover, I covered in my TikTok video. If it dumps like last time, you guys remember, and I sold a little early, but we loaded afterwards. And if we get a pullback early in the week and we load this, boom, Tesla. That's the one. All right. Sorry that this is getting drawn out, as you know. Here's the Tesla chart. That's a screenshot. All right. This is the 20 EMA, right? Okay. If we can pop over it, and that is the hyper bullish thing I'm looking for here. Okay. I know that it's downward, but this is an Elliott wave that's counted out. And I know it looks absolutely crazy, but it's the shit show. Remember, they need the stock market up or the system absolutely crumbles. So, yeah, keep an eye on it here. If we can get above the 20 EMA on the daily time frame, it's absolutely loadable. So, do I have to be in Tesla for a quick earnings move? No, there's a way broader move coming afterwards, and it is loaded. So these are the earnings. Not gonna play Procter and Gamble. Who cares? I have no interest in any of these. I don't know any of them on Friday or Thursday, so I'm not messing with it. Maybe we'll check out American Express. Who knows? You know, Warren Buffett's in it, so it's all good. But yeah, that's it for now. Oh, and I wanted to, touch upon inflation. That's pretty awesome. Check this out. This is from 1973. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A week stay in Honolulu, Waikiki, at the beach. $182. Okay? Can't even get a room for a night for that right now. Okay? So all that, get to work, bootstraps, all that. I get it, and I'm all about it. But this inflation is only getting worse, and it's gotten gradually worse, and we're about to hit hyperinflation. So let's kill it this week on the train. Let's not get cooked. Let's make money. Let's be green every day. And then starting next week, we're going to start with the big earnings. And we got Apple. And you know what Apple does, right? They're going to have to really cook it for these earnings. And we're going to get a dip. And we're going to buy it. And we're going to hold it for a little bit. And it's going to be pretty awesome. All right. See you on Monday.